The best thing I can give to you is doing what interests me, is following my own passion, is being selfish enough to first have a look, what do I want? What if it's in sports and I'm teaching anyone something, I do no great I'm of no great value if I'm abandoning myself, saying, okay, what do they need? And I'm gonna just share or give them what they need, what I think they need, and what they think they need. Let's start there. They don't even know what they really need. And then I would abandon myself and I would, give them the concepts that I learned or what I think is accurate. And work as a teacher like that is no fun. It's not interesting. And when there is no interest, there is probably no evolution. There is no growth. So the point is that I am never abandoning my own interest. I'm very selfish enough because I believe in a higher order. The higher order says, if I am in that very moment passionate about a certain topic, a certain thing, and I'm following it and you are next to me and I'm sharing that, then that is synchronistically the best thing that you can get. Even if you say, what was that? Or that was a shit lesson, that was a bad ski lesson, or movement lesson, or breathwork session, or whatever it is. If I am abandoning myself in order to serve you, I do not do any good for you. And that must be, in my opinion, the new way of teaching. The new way of teaching is to stay a child yourself, to be in a state of play and interest and passion and curiosity and enthusiasm, and simply sharing that within the community. So first and foremost, you're a practitioner, you're a player. You play and you investigate. And secondly, you teach. Secondly, you share that with the world. You see? If that gets twisted, if we become a teacher first and we learn these things and, these concepts and nice reels and new motivational stuff and blah, 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 but we do not really practice ourselves, we're not really in play ourselves, we just think we're going to do something good for the world, we think we're going to heal the world, but we don't feel that we are there with our heart in some sense in that moment, then it's very irrelevant what we do. It has no impact. And the funny thing is, those things can go viral. Those things can be actually the thing that are very popular, you see. But they're still irrelevant. And that's the point in today's world. There is so much viral content and more views and attention. But most of those things are irrelevant, done by idiots who are just vomiting out something they heard before, not really investigating it themselves. And that is exactly the thing. And on the other hand, you can share something that's deeply interesting for you, something you investigate, something you play with, something that comes from your soul, so to speak, and it's very authentic. You share it with the world, Instagram or with people, and no one gets it. You're no pop star. It's very relevant, but it's not popular. It has depth, and on that depth you don't meet many people. But even though that is the case, instead of becoming a slave to money or attention or validation, you still stay authentic and real to what is resonating within you in your soul. You still go out in the world and you look after the things that are most interesting, most joyful for you in each and every moment, and you go and do them. And you share on your journey what you're experiencing. And that creates a new community, that creates a new culture, a culture in which each and everyone is, as an individual, looking in their own field what they are curious about, interested about. And they follow that, they trust that inner voice. And in the group, they share about their journey. Not to teach somebody how to do it differently, not to teach somebody that their ways is better and that everybody should follow it. Not at all. They simply share it so somebody can maybe take it as a stepping stone and follow their curiosity thanks to something that the other one shared. And that goes in every way, let's take skiing, because that was the first teaching that I did, skiing. Instead of just sharing random concepts and movements and stuff, which I'm very disinterested, I don't like it at all. I am a practitioner myself. I'm looking, okay, what do I love about skiing? What movements, what way? How do I want to ski? Do I want to ski fast? Do I want to carve? Do I want to play with my hip or knee or angulation or breath? So the first thing is, what am I interested in? And even though there's a client or somebody skiing with me, I am very much connected to myself. I am playing. I am in a state of practice. And if the other one is smart enough, they will see, okay, the best way to learn is to be in a state of play and practice. And the best teacher actually shows me that state. What exactly he teaches me in terms of movement is not really relevant. What's relevant is how to enter a state in which I become my own researcher, where I become investigating, where I am very much connected to my core and feeling where it pulls me, where curiosity is taking me, and I learn how to follow it. I learn how to trust it. If a teacher can give me that, then the client or the student and the teacher are both in a state of practice and play. They don't really need each other, but they complement each other. They don't need each other, but they complement each other. The student is not looking for the teacher and saying, please tell me what to do, what am I doing wrong? And the teacher is not there just, being a slave to money and saying, okay, look here, I'm going to give you the information and that's it. That is the old way of doing business. But here, they're complementing each other. Both are practicing, both are playing, both are curious about the things, and then they share it with each other. Hey, look, I found that. You see, when I use my knee like that, I feel that. When I'm interested in my breath, I want to see how I can breathe differently. Maybe you know something from your research. And then the teacher says, yeah, I've tried that. I've tried connected breathing. I've tried only nose breathing. I tried breath holds, whatever. And then the other one can use that as a stepping stone. He says, oh, breath hold. That sounds interesting. Bam, here he goes. And he's off again in his own space, investigating the breath. And then he might find something on the breath hold that the teacher hasn't found yet. He might say, when I hold it just 10 seconds and then I have a long inhale and then 10 seconds again, I feel I have better performance, more focus, whatever it is. And the student immediately becomes the teacher, you see. But the thing is, the student cannot become the teacher if the teacher is pretending to know everything. The student cannot become the teacher when the teacher is pretending to know everything, because that's exactly the immediate setup of I'm going to show you, and that kills it. That's not the place. When both people play, when they're in a mode of practice, both don't really know, and they like not knowing, because not knowing is the foundation of curiosity, and then they're very curious about what's going to be happening in that process, you see. And then they nurture each other, and their passion in the moment becomes what the other benefits most. And that is how we create a system where the teaching, where giving something to the world, becomes highly interesting and relevant. Maybe not popular, maybe it becomes never popular or viral, but you have not sold your soul to gain the world. You have done something, even if you don't see the ripple effect straight away, you've done something that somewhere affects someone. And that is the only thing that matters. Because today we do something that reaches millions of people, but does not affect anyone. At least not for longer time. I mean, look at the reels and the stuff. How much do they really change something? How much are they really putting you in a state of practice and investigating and inner transformation or external transformation? For me, there's none. There's something that triggers something, but, it's not much. And if they trigger, it's something real. It's something authentic where I can feel the authentic, real self from the other coming forth. That might really change something, but otherwise not. So we live in that world, but now it's more, and that world is connected to money and to everything, like, give me more people, more clients, make this look more crazy, make them all ski better, move better, meditate better, and I'm gonna get the cash. And we are very much on that basis. We just want to sell, we just want the results straight away, and we get lost in that. We get really, really lost in that, because life is for practice, life is for figuring things out, life is for experimenting. And this business model of I'm showing you and I have the answers and you don't, and you just buy my course so you know, and then once you know, and then what? And then what? That is an illusion. You can do diets, you can lose weight, you can gain weight, you can gain muscles, you can take that for this, and then what? Life will keep going on. It's the illusion of the mind that then you've reached it when you have the perfect technique or whatever. Illusion. So the best teacher puts the student into a space of openness, of play, of investigation, of alertness, where the student himself or herself needs to be alert. I need to now have a look, okay, where is my soul? Where is my inner guidance? What do I want to play with? Where's my curiosity? They need to start dig inside of themselves to find the answers, because they don't just get it served. They need to find it. I hope that was inspiring to some way. It was for me. Leave me a comment if you like these episodes. I would be really happy, to be honest. Also, if you follow me on Instagram to connect, I'm looking for conversations. Yeah, I'm going to ski now. Have a wonderful day.